Hey, what's going on, guys? Dubz here for another segment out of Dubz Nation. This is going to be a very important one, so I really want everybody to listen, and it's going to be an unpopular opinion, most likely because of the audience, but it's got to be said. So please subscribe, but share this video, okay? Because we're at the deadline here. This is it. This is the home stretch. Okay, it's the final 16th. We're coming down to the finish line. The election is a month away. Most people have made up their mind already. Okay? But there is a small percentage that don't make up their mind until the day or the day of or the week of. And if there's still a chance to get those people on board, there is. But something has got to change. Again, unpopular opinion, I know. But the polls are not all wrong. There's no way they are that wrong. And listen, I'm not saying that there's this. What I'm not saying. What I'm saying is 100%. Of course, I could still be wrong. And 2 months from now, we find out that the polls were somehow 15 points off, and it was just such an unprecedented thing that's never happened before. But listen, the last time the polls were not that wrong. They were wrong for sure. A few points nationally, a couple points. Not really, but because he lost the popular vote. It was pretty close. The state polls were wrong. They had Trump. Some had Trump down by 5, and he ended up winning. Pennsylvania, for example, some had him down, 4, like in Wisconsin, and he ended up winning. But still, there's a margin of error there. So a margin of error of 2 or 3, that means the polls were saying that he was down 2 and he ended up winning. So they're not that wrong. Today, we are getting some abysmal polls for Trump. Okay, real quick, let's go down the line. North Carolina, Biden +2. North Carolina, Biden +4. A couple others say another one says it's tied. Florida, tie. Florida, Biden +4. Florida, Biden +6. Pennsylvania, Biden +4. Pennsylvania, Biden +11. Michigan, Biden +8. Michigan +8. Michigan +9. Wisconsin +7. Arizona +6. Maine +11. Trump is up in Maine District 2. Okay, general election. Biden +16, Biden +10, Biden +10. Okay. North Carolina Senate, Tillis +1, Cunningham +5. Okay, so they're all over the place a little bit there. Michigan, Democrat +7, +5. Maine, Gideon over Collins +1. Susan Collins is in a contested Senate seat. We need that Senate seat to stay. Even though she's a flip-flopper, we still need her. President Trump job approval. Disapprove +8. Disapprove +9. Okay, that was from today. There's no way that they are that wrong. And we cannot convince ourselves that it's a foregone conclusion. The polls are completely wrong, and he's going to win in a landslide. It's not going to happen, guys. It's going to be a close one, and we're going to be squeaking it out if we do win. I know personally people that didn't vote for Trump last time that are going to vote for him, and I also personally know many people that did vote for Trump last time that are not voting for him this time. They absolutely refuse. Despite my best efforts, they refuse. It's just the way it is. Some people don't think like we do. A lot of people are pissed about COVID. They're pissed that some people walk into their job without a mask, and then when they say, "Can you please put a mask on?" they go, "Oh, F you, this and that, blah, blah, blah. We don't, what are you, a baby? You got to wear a mask, blah, blah, blah." They're pissed off about that because they have asthma, they have diabetes, they're older. They're nervous. COVID is not the flu. It's worse than the flu. It's not a death sentence, obviously, like the media is making it out to be. It's somewhere in the middle, guys. It's somewhere in the middle. And the reason why I'm making this video is because it's always the left. It's for years now. The left has been the one that has lied about everything. They have refused to admit reality. I say that term all the time. I say that phrase. They refuse to admit reality for years now. That was one of the main reasons why I said I will never vote Democrat again. I could be looking at something that is obviously, I'm looking at my dog right here. He's laying right next to me. He's obviously a dog, right? He's got fur, 4 legs, a snout. Okay? He's drooling. He's obviously a damn dog. And they will look at you and say, "No, that's a cat." 100%. Just because Donald Trump said that that's a dog, or somebody that they disagree with said that's a dog, they will say it's a cat. Okay? Do you get my drift? So I said, I will never be that person. I will always call it how I see it, regardless of how it makes me feel. Of course, I want the polls to be wrong, and I want Trump to win, and I want it to be a bigger victory than last time, but it's not looking like that. Okay, there's evidence contradictory to that. Trump's record and his policies are great, but he just can't get out of his own way sometimes. There's no reason to be trolling the media at this stage in the game. That's for like year one into your next term. Okay, that's for year one in the term, not 30 days before an election. There's no reason to walk close to somebody when you are currently infected with coronavirus without a mask on, when you know these vultures, these jackals are just waiting to get that picture of you doing that so they can make a big thing of it and muddy the waters, muddy the news cycle, so all your accomplishments and all your campaign strategy is on the defense now. Excuse me. Do you understand? There's no reason for that. At this point, the only thing that should be happening is policy. This is what we're going to do. Everybody, every time he gets in front of a camera, president should just be, everybody, don't worry about this over here. Don't worry about that. This is my plan for bringing our economy back. This is what we're going to do, and I'm going to keep you updated as to how we're implementing it now and how it's going to be better if you vote for Republicans straight down the ticket in November. That's it. That's all it should be doing, because there's so much at stake. There's so much at stake. He really should. I'm not saying change who he is. I'm not saying become a straight politician. I'm not saying any of that. But he can be. He can wear different hats. We've seen him do it before. His State of the Union address was phenomenal. If we can have more State of the Union Trump at this moment, he can win. I'm not saying be like the Democrats and pander and lock down and just. I'm not saying that. But you have to get where I'm coming from. Listen, Trump won Wisconsin, right? He won Wisconsin against Hillary Clinton with less votes than Mitt Romney lost with. So Mitt Romney got more votes in Wisconsin and lost against Obama than Trump did when he beat Clinton. Okay? Hillary was universally despised. People did not show up for her. Biden is far less despised by the apolitical people out there. The Clintons really trigger people. They really did. They piss people off. People don't like them. But Biden is palatable enough so he could drive out more voters. He could. And it's showing in the polls. because Trump was not down this bad at this stage. There's no way that they're that wrong. And you see flickers of hope in the polls, too. You see them. Of course, some of these polls are ridiculous. Do I think he's actually down 16? No. But he could be down 8. Even if it's half wrong, he still gets crushed there. He can't lose the popular vote by 8 points and still win the Electoral College. So what do we got to do? He knows he's there for us. Right? He knows this. But sometimes he gets carried away. He's an egomaniac, and not to mention, he's been attacked more than any human on the planet. So I don't even blame him for trolling or wanting to get back or following his own instincts or his own gut on how he should do his PR. But let's be honest, he doesn't always hit. He strikes out sometimes with this communication stuff. He does, because he changes his mind a lot. And so if he can really hunker down and be more disciplined now, it would work. He could still pull it off. But there has to be a clear strategy, and you have to follow it and implement it. He needs to come into this next debate and not go gangbusters like he did in the last one. Come in with he needs to actually prep, like legitimately prep. Like memorize stuff, memorize his policies, memorize points, have pivots ready. Allow Joe Biden to actually speak and stumble over himself like an idiot, the idiot that he is. And then, boom, hit him. Hit him with your policy. Okay? He can do it. If he comes out in the next debate and surprises everybody, because everybody's going to write this debate off. They're going to write it off as a waste of time, as another shit show. If he comes out in this debate in his State of the Union Trump, he's going to blow everybody away. Everybody's going to be like, oh, wow, okay, why didn't he just do that the first time? All right, I'm listening now. Let's hear it. He can do it. But we got to tell him this. Because he's got so much going on, he's got to know what the people he's representing want and believe. Again, I am not saying he needs to change who he is and become, just another Republican that just, walks on eggshells all the time and doesn't cause any waves. I'm not saying that at all. He still needs to be Trump. He still needs to challenge the swamp. He still needs to challenge the establishment. He still needs to challenge the media. I'm not saying that he needs to change. I'm saying that he needs to be precise in his behavior and when he implements his certain characteristics. And now is not the time for troll Trump. Now is the time for State of the Union Trump. If he does that, then I think we got a good shot at winning, because there's just so much at stake. If the Democrats win, they will do all the things they're saying they're going to do. They will pack the courts. More states. You name it. I mean, everything. 2A is going. 2A is going. They're coming after 2A for sure. If they pack the courts, if they get the Senate, they're going to start hammering bill after bill after bill down our throats. They're going to legalize all illegal immigrants in the country, which will effectively give them the legal votes to be a one-party system for sure at that point. And then there's no making up that ground. Think about it. If they add more states, Puerto Rico and D.C., pack the courts, and then legalize all the illegal immigrants in the country, that's another 20 million votes to 10 million conservative. 10 million votes conservative. It's over. I hope the wheels are turning, guys. So there's so much at stake. Look, real quick, this just popped up on my feed real quick. Before we go, look, The Mccloskeys. According to the Daily Wire, Mccloskeys were indicted by a grand jury on felony weapons and evidence tampering charges. We saw what they were doing. We saw it on video. They were just standing on their own property, defending it from a horde, a mob. Evidence tampering. I don't even know what that's about. So it was they were indicted by a grand jury, which grand juries are very easily to get an indictment. You know, it's not like going to a trial, but that's what's going to happen to us. If you defend yourself, this is what's going to be. So listen, we can't leave anything to chance. We can't say, I had people telling me, listen, God put Trump here and it's in his hands. No, I'm sorry, guys. That's not how it is. God gave us our free will. God put us here. He made us in his image, and he put us here, and he gave us free will. And with that free will, we elected Donald Trump to stop our country from becoming radicalized. So it's up to us still to keep this going. And by doing that, Trump's the guy. He's the guy. That's it. He's the one. So let's tell him. Okay? Please share this. Share it everywhere. Like it. Or make one like it and share it. So let's just get him the message. Any way you guys can think. Thanks for staying with me. I'll see you on the next one, guys.